This tiny camera sitting in my pocket might actually replace your entire vlogging setup, and honestly, it might even replace your full camera setup too. That's a bold statement, but after spending real time with it, I think it's a conversation worth having. We're starting to see a shift again. Content is becoming more real, more story-driven, less overproduced. People don't always want perfectly polished cinema, they want authenticity. And that's where traditional big camera rigs sometimes get in the way. They're powerful, no doubt, but they can slow you down, make you overthink, and sometimes even take you out of the moment. So the real question is there a perfect middle ground? Something that gives you high-end quality without the complexity? That's exactly where the Osmo Pocket 4 comes in. On paper, it already sounds impressive. You've got a 1-inch CMOS sensor, up to 14 stops of dynamic range, a 20mm focal length with an f2 aperture, and the ability to shoot 4K at up to 60 fps, plus insane slow-motion options. It even captures high-resolution photos up to 37 megapixels, all packed into a device that weighs just 190 grams. But specs only tell part of the story. The real magic of this camera is how it fits into your life. You can literally throw it in your pocket and forget it's even there. No bulky bag, no setup time, no stress. And because of that, you actually end up capturing more moments, more memories, more spontaneous shots that you'd otherwise miss. I've personally taken it everywhere, traveling, events, random day-to-day moments, and that's where it shines. You don't feel like a filmer. You just feel present, and the camera quietly does its job. Now let's talk image quality, because this is where things get interesting. That 14 stops of dynamic range means you can retain detail in both highlights and shadows. Bright skies don't blow out, and darker areas still hold texture. It's something you usually expect from much larger mirrorless cameras. And if you want full control, you've got D-Log for color grading flexibility. But here's the thing, I found myself using auto mode most of the time. Not because it lacks manual control, but because it's just that good at getting the shot without needing constant adjustments. And honestly, that's kind of the point of this camera. It removes friction. You're not worrying about settings, ND filters, or dialing everything in perfectly. You just press record and capture the moment. And for a lot of creators, that's exactly what's been missing. Of course, it still has those pro-level features when you want them. The slow motion is incredibly smooth, the stabilization is rock solid thanks to the built-in gimbal, and low light performance is surprisingly strong, especially when paired with the fill light accessory. Speaking of which, that small add-on can completely change your shooting experience in darker environments. Adjustable brightness, different color temperatures, it's simple, but super effective. Audio is another area where it delivers. Pair it with compact wireless mics, and you've got a clean, professional sound setup that still fits in your pocket. No heavy gear, no complicated rigging. And then there are the small quality of life features that make a big difference: gesture control for hands-free recording, built-in storage so you don't have to worry about SD cards, and even the ability to use it as a webcam or for live streaming. It's just convenient, but more importantly, it makes creating fun again. You're not overthinking every shot. You're not setting up gear for 10 minutes just to film a 30-second clip. You're just capturing, experimenting, and enjoying the process. So, can it replace a full camera setup? For some people, yes, absolutely. For others, maybe not entirely. If you're shooting high-end commercial work or need full cinematic control, bigger cameras still have their place. But for everyday creators, vloggers, travelers, and even a lot of professionals, this might be all you need. At the end of the day, the best camera isn't the one with the biggest specs, it's the one you actually use. And this is the kind of camera you'll use every single day.